Hello trader, I'm going to do a complete multi-time frame analysis of three important JPY pairs, AUDJPY, EURJPY and GBPJPY. Let's see what kind of trading opportunity currently we have in the lower time frame. Now before we discuss how we can trade, first let's look at bigger picture, looking at the monthly on AUDJPY. Now from the monthly, we can see that AUDJPY has tested a very important monthly support as a resistance cross 2 months high, and from that high liquidity zone the market has a strong rejection towards the downside. Now this level, as you can see, this is the important level of support created by this long monthly candle tested as a resistance, and we saw that there is a strong rejection from that level, giving a high probability for AUDJPY to continue to drop further. As it has grabbed a huge liquidity, we can expect the market come down even to break the current monthly low. So there is a high probability for AUDJPY to continue to drop. Now if we look at the weekly, we can see that from the weekly perspective there was a long pin bar here with that liquidity grab has formed this long bullish move to the upside along this area. Again, the price has triggered the liquidity that we saw on the monthly and weekly together, and from that zone we saw that AUDJPY has a rejection. Now this week, after testing this level created a lower high, is the sign that the buyers a bit weaker in that zone. As a result, we have seen that AUDJPY again rejected towards the downside. Now with that rejection, what I think that AUDJPY highly likely that will come back down again to test this weekly low and even breaking this to grab liquidity before moving to the upside. So AUDJPY has a high probability for drop, as we see that this level is a liquidity zone. Now if we look at daily, we can see that from the daily perspective, this market with this long pin bar on the daily, strong rejection, and the prices come to the support level. We saw the buyers again tried to create a new higher high. Instead, we saw that they failed to do so, and we have seen immediate rejection from the top. Now previous daily candle is a strong red candle. We see that in that candle there is a long wick at the bottom, and also the price is below the 20 EMA, and we could see that AUDJPY is coming down further to test this level, which is an important level of support. And I think it might even come down further to grab liquidity, breaking this low. So there is a high probability for AUDJPY to continue to drop. Now, if we look at the intraday perspective, we can see that there is a possible bearish price action. There is a double top here, and with the double top formation, AUDJPY has broken down, consolidated along the zone. There is another breakdown. Now in that zone, we see the price is forming a very strong bearish price action again. Couple of dodges here, and we saw multiple times liquidity grab with these dodges. Finally, this is a long doji that previous sessions AUDJPY again tested this neckline of this important level. So if you draw this level of support, we can see that this level acted as a support, acted as a resistance, and with that reversal pattern on AUDJPY, the price has tested this level as a resistance, and we can expect now further drop towards the downside, and we can expect it to drop to this level. Now this is the zone that we are waiting for a potential selling opportunity on AUDJPY. As soon as we will find suitable entry, we will consider going short on AUDJPY. Now let's look at EURJPY. Looking at the monthly, in that way we see that EURJPY, unlike AUDJPY, this is a long-term bullish market. Now with that long-term bull market, we see that EURJPY so far, after creating an overextended market to the upside, there is a strong rejection from the top. With that rejection on EURJPY on the monthly, the price has come to this important monthly level of support. Again, this is the long-term resistance turn support, and we saw primarily an attempt from the seller to break this level. As we see that one attempt, we can expect multiple attempt to break this support, and we can expect on the lower time frame further rejection towards the downside. Now if we look at the weekly, we can see that after the previous weekly doji, this week so far the price has come down, created an overextended market. Now we see that EURJPY is going up for a pullback. What I think that as this is a very important level, if we readjust this level on the weekly, we can expect a little drop towards the downside to break this low as there is a high liquidity in that zone. Now, if we look at daily on EURJPY, we see that this is the daily candle previous day. There is a candle that has a healthy body and there is a long wick at the bottom, and highly likely that EURJPY today will fill that daily wick or even try to break this low, as this zone, this support level, has a high liquidity and we could see the market is dropping towards the downside. Now from the lower time frame, from intraday, we see there is already a doji that has tested almost this 4-hour 20 EMA and rejection after breaking this high, and we could see that EURJPY slowly dropping down to this level that we are expecting. So this is also, we'll be waiting for an entry. Once we will find suitable entry opportunity, we'll consider going short on EURJPY with a high probability trade setup. Now let's look at GBP JPY. Looking at again on the monthly. Now from the monthly, we can see that GBP JPY, like EURJPY, also long-term bull market. But this month so far, we see that after creating an overextended market, breaking this high, the price has a rejection. Now with that rejection, we can expect now the market to come down a little further, at least to test this high of this doji, which is an important level of resistance, turn support in that area. Now if we look at the weekly, we can see that after breaking the high, GBPJPY so far after previous weekly doji, this week has a rejection, and we see the price already has broken the previous weekly low. We can expect the price to come down to test this weekly support level, which is also a very high liquidity area. Now if we look at daily, we see that like EURJPY, GBPJPY as well has created this impulse correction. The bulls couldn't create any new higher high. We see the market structure is breaking on the lower time frame, and we can expect the price to come down to test this support or even to create a new lower low. So from the daily as well, we see the potential for drop on GBP JPY. Now lower time frame price section, we see that there is already a strong impulse correction impulse. Now the price is in another correction. I think that we could even see a retest of this 4-hour 20 EMA, or without retesting, we could see a respect of this resistance. And this is where we will be waiting for a lower time frame entry on GBP JPY. As soon as we will find, we will consider going short with a high probability trade setup with our students. Now, if you find value in this analysis, then smash the like button and also leave a comment below to help this idea. Thank you. I'll see you soon in my next analysis.